What's up everyone, Kodo Lewis here, back with some more Sunhaven content for you. And this one, we're going to be doing a little bit of a romance guide, I guess you would call it. Just going to be talking about a little bit of the romance stuff, going over just any little features that you might be confused on and things like that. Just trying to help a few people out and stuff like that. But anyways, let's go ahead and just get straight into it. Basically, pretty straightforward. The first thing I guess we can look at is just these hearts. Now, there's a few different, basically, I guess, I don't know how you would say it, but pretty much every so many hearts, you get certain rewards, basically. Like, for example, I believe 3 hearts is going to allow you to go into the person's house. If you don't have a certain friendship level with them, when you try to go in their house, it's going to say, you're not good enough friends to enter so-and-so's house. Now, once you get 3 hearts, I believe it's 3 hearts, maybe even 2, I'm pretty sure it's 3, that's when you're going to be able to go inside their house. Now, there's also keepsakes that you can get from romancing people. That's what these show right here. Now, like this one right here, you can see I have it because it's like not kind of how these ones are kind of like transparent, like this one, this one, this one. But I have this one from Lynn, you can tell because of that. Now, I think those, so you can, sometimes it seems a little bit random to me on when they give you those. I think they're supposed to wait until like 4 or 5 hearts. I've gotten them at 3 hearts, 2 hearts sometimes. Like, it's just, I think it's more random. It depends on the dialogue options and stuff. If you do a lot of dialogue with them to increase your rating, instead of just giving them gifts, to me, they seem like they give you the gifts faster, or the keepsakes. And there's also a few other gifts that they can give you too. I think everybody has like 3 gifts maybe, like that they can give you all together or something like that. Usually the first one is just like some item or something, a resource, money, something like that. And the second one is a keepsake. And then the last one, I believe, is always like a song or something. It's a little record that you can play their song at your house or wherever. But anyways, that pretty much sums it up for this screen. Well, I guess whenever you get to 10 hearts, actually, which is going to be this one right here, it's going to unlock the dating option. And now to date, all you're going to have to do is give them a letter, basically, that asks them out. And it will count as a gift, so you have to make sure you haven't given them a gift for the day, which that's what this little box right here is. It's just saying that there's no check mark next to it. It means we haven't given that person a gift today. Just like a reminder, that way you can go through, if you wanted to give a gift to every person every day, and that's going to be like the most efficient way to raise everybody's thing. Giving them a gift, just, people love gifts apparently. You can talk to them every day, that'll help too and stuff, but the gift is like the most important thing for raising their stuff, especially if you give them the gifts that they love. We're going to be talking about that here in a second. Let me see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, so basically after that, what comes, you'll be able to unlock some more of these locked hearts down here. Once you start dating, it's going to be able to go up to this 15th heart, and then once you get that 15th heart filled, that's when you can ask them to marry you, which basically is the same process as getting them to date you. Instead of buying them a love letter to give them to them, you buy a wedding ring, you gift them a wedding ring, and then they'll set up a wedding for you. And then it's going to unlock these last like 5 rows of hearts, which from what I've seen, there really is no point yet, not yet in the game. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna add all kinds of stuff into it, but right now I don't think you'll get anything for getting. I've had a maxed out, I had Zyla down here maxed out at one point. Now I did get a divorce to her, so if anybody's wondering, you can get divorced and then remarry that person. I'm pretty sure as many times as you want, and there's no like time period or anything. They'll date you right away, because whenever you get a divorce, it'll drop your hearts back down to 10, I believe, right down to here, and then you can only, you know, date them. You can't divorce them and then immediately marry them again. You'll have to at least work your way back up to like the 15 hearts, and then you can ask them to marry you, which then they will marry you, which it shows you right here. Apparently I did not know that till just now, so that's also a cool little feature. And which, if you're wondering, there is definitely a reason to get married. It's going to allow you to sleep at their house, number one. They don't move into your house. That's not a thing yet. I'm sure they're going to add that, but right now that's not a thing. But then you're also going to get an enchanted wedding ring. I'll go ahead and show you that. Now, if you marry somebody, you're going to go ahead and get 2 of these wedding rings. And if you see, or you're going to get a wedding ring. If you see, I have 2 wedding rings, my bad. That's because I've been married twice. Now, you don't have to marry the same person or anything like that, but I do recommend trying to get 2 wedding rings. If you like somebody and you want to stay married to them, marry them. Divorce them, you get them to like you again, marry them again. That way you can get that second ring, because it's going to give you a massive experience bonus. It's just really good. You'll get 40% bonus experience. Real cool. I've got a video on that and everything if you want to check that out, but it's pretty self-explanatory. I just told you basically all there is to it. Anyways, let's go ahead and get on to the actual romancing part now that we've got like basically the foundation of how it all works and what we need. But realistically, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to talk to everybody every day to slowly romance them. And now there is another thing I wanted to say too before we start. There is a keepsake. You can get Darius's royal heirloom. Now that is going to give you a +3 romance bonus. So I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter if you're talking to him and give him the right dialogue option, or if you're gifting him, whatever it is. I'm pretty sure as long as you have this on, it's going to give you a little bit extra romance every time you do it. So it just makes the process a little bit faster. So and this is, I believe, this is the only heirloom that does give any kind of romance bonus. So definitely want to have that on. Everything else, yeah, I'm pretty sure nothing else is going to give you anything like that. I don't think there's any kind of items. Let's see. Yeah, none of this stuff says any of that. So yeah, Darius's royal heirloom, good for romance. And then are a few skills, not many. I think the only ones that I can see are in the farming. There's this chef's kiss #1 right here, where cooked meals give you an extra heart when gifted. And then there's the leftovers. There's leftovers 1, leftovers 2. Basically, that's just a higher chance of getting the leftovers. But what it is you eat a meal, it'll have a chance to produce what is called leftovers, and then you can't eat that leftovers, but you can gift it to somebody else, which is kind of gross. I mean, who wants somebody's leftovers? That doesn't even seem like a very thoughtful gift, but that is how it is. And then there's this chef kiss 2, where leftover meals will give you 2 bonus hearts when gifted. Now, I haven't actually done this yet. I haven't tried the leftovers and gifting them to anybody, but I'm sure that's honestly probably the fastest way to romance somebody, those leftovers, because 2 bonus hearts on top of, like, if you have this +3 romance bonus heirloom plus, yeah, plus I think if you have the chef's kiss 1, it's going to give you the regular, so I think you'd be getting like 3 hearts altogether or something. I don't think it's going to give you full hearts, maybe. I don't know, that'd be pretty crazy, but it's just a lot. I think that's, yeah, it's a whole lot of romance when you do all that, when you stack all those little bonuses on top of each other. It won't take any time. You can probably get somebody to marry you within like a week, honestly, if you only give them leftovers and stuff like that. Maybe not though. I'll have to experiment with that a little bit. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. I'm just gonna be showing you how you can do the different options. So let's go ahead and talk to Catherine here, just because she's the closest person. So basically, what we're gonna do is we're just trying to like romance them, seduce them, be suave, like whatever you want to call it. Like basically, a lot of people just want you to be nice to them. But it depends. Like Zyla, for example, it's going to depend on the character's personality. She wanted me to do a lot of like dialogue options that you wouldn't think would be it. You kind of have to like make fun of her or like be mean almost sometimes, because that's what she wants. That's what she likes. Like some people are going to want you to be nice or funny and encouraging. Other people are going to want you to discourage them, and that's how they will grow to like you. So anyways, we've got, she says, do I smell funny? A potion blew up on me this morning. Witchcraft can be a messy business. Okay, so we're basically, I don't think either one of these matters. This is just going to bring us to different dialogue options. So let's go ahead and just ask her what got her into witchcraft. This might sound bad, but I started looking at spells when I was a kid so I could play tricks on my litter mates. I managed to keep it secret for months. Okay, so now here are the 2 options. We can either ask her that she figured it out as a child, or say that she was mischievous. Now I'm pretty sure she's going to want you to be nice to her, so I'm thinking just taking interest in asking her about her childhood right there. Like that is what is going to be what increases our hearts. Calling her mischievous most likely is going to bring our romance down, because she probably isn't going to like that. So let's go ahead and see. Okay, I was wrong. Definitely didn't look like that helped. I don't know, she didn't negatively impact us. So let's try this again. All I want for Minecraft is to make life comfortable for myself and my loved ones. Witchcraft makes that a whole lot easier. Why practice magic if you don't have big goals? All that matters is that you're happy doing. Alright, now this one's way easier, way more obvious. Right there. All that matters is you're happy. You're going to see right there. We got about like half a heart increase right there from saying that. And you could see our little character avatar was smiling there. She thinks so too. Sometimes just keeping happy to yourself is enough. Blah, blah, blah. See, there we go. Alright, well there's a pretty good example of how you can increase with dialogue. And now, you'll notice sometimes when you do try to like marry the person or date them, it's going to say you have to be far enough along in the dialogue options. You do have to make sure you talk and do these dialogue options, and they will usually hint when they want you to date. You know, they'll say like, oh yeah, we've been moving along good, like if only there was something else. And like whenever they want you to marry them, it's pretty obvious. They'll say something like, they'll almost literally just be like, yeah, I wish I was married or something like that. You're just like, okay, super obvious. But anyways, on to giving them gifts. Now for the gifts, I'll show you that here in a second. Let's just go ahead and give her something random. Like it almost doesn't even matter what you gift them. There's a very few dislike gifts. The only way it's going to go down is if you give them a gift that they dislike. There's gifts that they like, there's gifts that they love, and then those are like the main two, the like and the love gifts. And then there's every other gift in the game where they don't care. And then there's disliked. I mean, there's like some characters don't even have a dislike gift. I think it's just because they haven't put a whole lot of time into the gifting part of the game yet. I think eventually everybody's going to have a lot more dislike gifts, because like for example, I'm going to give her a log. Like realistically, nobody should like getting a log unless you're like a beaver character or something like that. Like I don't know, like a log just doesn't make sense. She should not like this. She should, if anything, she should dislike it. Like who wants to get a log? Like it just doesn't make sense. But I'm going to give it to her. And look, she says she can find a use for it somewhere. She didn't bring us our things down. It didn't go up. So maybe that wasn't a good example. But usually you can give them just about anything and their stuff will go up from what I have noticed. But let's go ahead and look at how you can find out which gifts are the best to give. So let's go ahead and go into Lynn's house. Now once you raise your level up to, like I was saying, around 3 or so hearts, whenever it allows you to go inside of their house, you're going to be able to snoop through their stuff a little bit. Now you can see like this stuff, like right here, this one's a little bit glittery, and then down right here this is glittery. Now everything's going to have like this. Now this is usually going to be their heirloom. This is going to be, or not their heirloom, but the keepsake that they're going to give you. Pretty much the keepsake is basically just, that's just for show. It's just to show you that's probably what they're going to give you and everything. And it's not actually going to be an item. It's just going to be a keepsake that you can put on. So don't get too excited about that. But the main thing about going in their houses is this is how you find out the gifts that they love and that they like. Now if we look right here, we can just basically read through her book right here and just see like mithril bars and sunite bars. Now right there, those are what she loves. Some of this stuff is going to be like, some of it's only love. It doesn't have it in necessary order. I believe this is also what she loves right here. Those first 3 items, sunite bars, mithril bars, and creamy beef stew. That's everything that Lynn loves. And then right here, the list for herself includes copper bars, adamant bars, mithril bars, and a new anvil. Now this right here is things that she likes. Doesn't love them, but she likes them, so they're still good gifts. And then this right here, pickled veggie salad, also is in the like list. You kind of just have to experiment with giving them to her. It doesn't really say which ones that she likes and loves. Now you can always look on the wiki. The wiki kind of sucks, I know it, but it is useful for looking at the romance items if you're interested in that. So I was just gonna let you guys know that. I'm gonna try to make a video about all the stuff that everybody likes or loves. If you guys are interested in that, just let me know. I'll make that video. And I'm probably gonna make a video of just going in everybody's house and checking out all their stuff too. So if you're interested in that, let me know. I'm gonna get on that real quick. But anyways, let's go ahead and move along to it. Let me see what's next on our list here. Okay, we've covered the dialogue, we've covered the gifts, we covered the keepsakes. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the dating and the marriage. Alright, so whenever you do get to the point where you can date them or marry them, we're going to have to go to the town hall here. And we're going to talk to our man Bernard up here, I believe is his name. Yep, Bernard, right here. So Bernard is going to have all of our services that we need. he's got the stuff for us right here. He's got the love letter, so this is what we're gonna give to them to start dating them. It's only 1600 gold, not too expensive, so no problem. And then here's the wedding rings for once we move up far enough, we can give this to them and marry them. It's a little bit more expensive, 14,300. It's still not terrible, not terrible. And like I said, once you get married and you do the wedding event, this, you give them the wedding ring and then they'll give this back to you and it'll be enchanted, and it'll, you know, you'll get that for 20% experience bonus plus 30 health and plus 30 mana, so really good. And another thing that Bernard also sells is all of the heirlooms that you might not have. Like if you lose them for whatever reason, they'll be right here. I'm sorry, I keep calling them heirlooms, but I know they're called keepsakes. But anyways, the keepsakes, they will end up right here. I don't know why some of them I have aren't here. It might be because like I know I have one of them on, and some of them I probably have at the chest. I may have accidentally dropped these ones or lost them or something, but he's got these for sale. That way, if you ever lose them for whatever reason, you can come back here and buy these keepsakes again. Pretty simple, and I believe he can also help you. Yeah, right there it was. If you want to get a divorce, come here and you just say, I'd like to divorce my spouse. Just be careful on clicking that, because I think I have accidentally divorced my wife before just by being too fast and just like spam clicking through its options real quick, and I accidentally divorced my wife. So you can definitely do that by mistake. And I believe that's pretty much everything that we have. That's about all there is to the romance side. We've covered just about everything. Let's see, we've got dialogue options, the dating, the marriage, keepsakes, the gifts that they like and don't like. Really, that's the main thing. Everyone just like focus on giving them the gifts like that they do and don't like. Like for Zyla, for example, like I've got 42 snappy plants here. That's what I did whenever I wanted to get her to marry me. Grow a bunch of snappy plants, because that's one of the things that she loves. Now everybody usually has 2 or 3 things that they love. This is the easier one. I can't remember what the other thing that she had that she loved, but it was like a lot harder to get than these snappy plants. So basically, you know, some people only love like diamonds and certain things. It's like, you know, diamonds, they're not too hard to come across, but I mean they are a lot more difficult to come across than just a plant that you can just buy and grow. So some people, you know, sometimes you want to make sure you get the easiest gift option for them. But if you just carry around a stack of it and then every day make sure you go to them, gift it to them, do their dialogue options, and then get on with the game, it won't take long at all. Just like, you know, here we've got Catherine gifted, and like you can see, we still haven't got up to high enough. I think they may have updated it to where you might even have to get to about 7 or 8 hearts to get the keepsake. I may have just got lucky on these first few keepsakes, because back the game used to be you used to only be able to get like 10 hearts, so I think it only took 3 or 4 hearts to get the keepsake. So that's why some of these I may have it and some of them I don't have it. Yeah, see, like for Darius, I've only got about 4 hearts for him that are full, and I still have the keepsake. So, and the same thing with Vaughn and Donovan and all that stuff. So I mean, it's a little bit, it may not 100% consistent when it comes to getting the keepsakes. Just keep trying and keep talking to them. I think the main thing is just talking to them every day. Those keepsakes will come, and the gifts will come, and all that good stuff. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you in this one. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Trying to get to those 100 subscribers. We're almost there. Definitely appreciate those subscriptions. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit the like button. We always appreciate that. If you have any questions or comment, let me know down below. If you have anything you don't understand about the romance stuff, any questions, just let me know. I'll get back to you. It seems pretty straightforward. I don't think a lot of people are struggling with this. It's pretty much the same concept as most other games that involve this romance type stuff, but I know this one does have a few different things, and things like the going to Bernard to buy the love letter and the ring and getting divorced from him. That might confuse some people, and some people are probably wondering, you know, like I said, you can get divorced and remarry that person, and it's not permanent. You can date everybody and divorce everybody. Nobody's gonna, you know, it's no big deal. So I just wanted to make sure we covered all that, and I think we've basically got everything covered for the romance. And like I said, if you need any help with anything, just let me know. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.